Welcome, dear viewers, to the Last Dance Macabre, where we delve into the dark, eerie, and mysterious tales from the shadows of history. Today, we invite you to journey back in time to the year 1284, to a small town in Germany that was gripped by fear, paranoia, and a relentless plague of rats. This is the chilling legend of the Pied Piper of Hamelin, a story of broken promises, haunting revenge, and a sinister figure whose eerie tune led to an unspeakable tragedy. Prepare yourselves for a spine-tingling experience as we recount the dark events that unfolded in this cursed town. So, turn off the lights, settle in, and let the Last Dance Macabre begin. In the year 1284, the town of Hamelin was gripped by a living nightmare. The air was thick with the stench of decay, as rats swarmed every corner of the town. These vile creatures, with their matted fur and beady eyes, slithered through the streets like a dark tide. They gnawed through walls, infested granaries, and defiled food stores, leaving behind trails of filth and disease. The townsfolk lived in a state of constant dread, their once lively town now a place of horror. The rats brought with them a sickness that spread like wildfire. People lay in their homes, feverish and delirious, their bodies covered in painful, oozing sores. The air was filled with the sound of suffering, punctuated by the scurrying and squealing of the relentless rats. The fear of the unseen plague spread like a shadow, making every creak and rustle a source of terror. Then, one gloomy day, a figure appeared at the town's gates. He was an unsettling sight, dressed in bright, multicolored clothing that seemed almost mocking in the midst of the town's misery. He carried a pipe that glinted ominously in the dim light. The stranger, known as the Pied Piper, promised the desperate mayor that he could rid the town of its plague of rats for a fee of only 1,000 gold coins. Driven to the brink of madness by the endless suffering, the mayor agreed. The piper lifted his pipe to his lips and began to play a haunting, otherworldly tune. The music seemed to weave through the air, reaching into every dark corner and crevice. The rats, drawn by the enchanting melody, poured out from their hiding places. They emerged in a writhing, wriggling mass, their eyes gleaming with a hypnotic light. They followed the piper through the streets, their bodies squirming over each other in a disgusting, churning of filth. The piper led them to the Weser River, where, one by one, they plunged into the water and drowned, their squeals silenced by the rushing current. But the town's relief was short-lived. When the piper returned to claim his payment, the mayor, his face twisted with greed and distrust, refused to pay the full amount. He accused the piper of trickery, of bringing the rats himself as part of a cruel scheme. The piper's eyes darkened with a vengeful fury, and he swore that the town would pay for its treachery. He vanished into the night, leaving behind a sense of foreboding that hung over the town like a shroud. On St. John and Paul's Day, while the adults were in church, the piper returned. This time, he wore dark, foreboding green clothes, like a hunter stalking his prey. He lifted his pipe once more and played a tune even more eerie and enchanting than before. The children of Hamelin, 130 in all, were drawn to the music. Their eyes glazed and their faces slack, they followed the piper, their footsteps echoing through the empty streets. He led them to a dark, foreboding cave on the edge of town. As the last child stepped inside, the cave's mouth closed with a thunderous boom, sealing them in forever. They were never seen again. The remaining townsfolk were left with a profound sense of loss and paranoia. Whispers spread of the piper's curse, and the streets seemed forever darker and more silent. The town of Hamelin bears the scars of that fateful day. On Bungelow-Senstrasse, the street without drums, no music or dancing is allowed, for fear of invoking the piper's wrath once more. The townsfolk live in a state of somber vigilance, haunted by the memory of the children they lost and the sinister figure who took them away. And so, dear viewers, we've reached the end of our haunting journey into the dark tale of the Pied Piper of Hamelin. A story of broken promises, eerie melodies, and a town forever marked by its tragic past. If you enjoyed this chilling tale, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share it with fellow lovers of the macabre, and hit that subscribe button to join us on more journeys into the shadows of history. Ring the bell icon so you never miss an eerie tale from the Last Dance Macabre. Have a tale you want us to cover? Leave a comment below and let us know. Until next time, and remember to keep your promises, for you never know when the piper might return.